me talk to you.
Welcome back, guys, to Dad and Son Wrestling Reviews. I'm Son and that's Dad.
Hey-o.
And today we're going to be reviewing Redemption.
Yeah, AEW Redemption.
The first one ever.
Yeah, the first one. Pay-per-view, Canada. Was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We'll get into the more detail after we say a little bit from the Bible, but it was your usual AEW banger of a pay-per-view. They're notoriously long, so we'll get into that bit as well. But they put on a banger show. The crowd was awesome, so we'll get into the details more. But do you want to hit it?
Just as you can identify a tree by its fruit, so you can identify people by their actions. Matthew 7, verse 20.
Yeah. So just for that one again, just as you can identify a tree by its fruit, so you can identify people by their actions. Matthew chapter 7, verse 20. As believers of Christ, we're called to be cheerful givers. We're called to the mission of spreading His word, the mission of looking after the poor, the disadvantaged, etc. I guess anyone watching this today, even if you're not a follower, I challenge you to improve your world in some sort of way by giving. We got a lovely little letter from little Grayson. He's a kid that we look after, sponsor through Compassion, who are an awesome mob. We just something that we thought we were called to, and it's just something simple that we do that can change someone in a less privileged position. And I challenge anybody else watching that to give it a go, and just see how, just imagine if every single one of us was doing it, just what impact we could have on this world. And I believe that's what God calls us to do. So, yeah, just a big one there. Shout out to Taurus BJJ. Thank you for everything you do. The crew down there for giving us a great place to do jiu-jitsu. And, of course, to the Rockingham Sharks for putting on a lovely rugby league team for our son to be a part of and grow great bonds through the sport of rugby league. Now, on to Redemption. How'd the show start, mate?
It started with a 6-man ladder match.
Yeah.
Which was out of nowhere.
Yeah, so this was announced, I think, maybe a Collision or Dynamite beforehand. I think it might be even the Collision beforehand. Essentially, it's a contract for a title shot at the International, wasn't it?
Yes.
International.
Versus Kyle Fletcher if he beats
Yeah,
Bandido.
so you get the winner of Kyle Fletcher Bandido, which you find out later on in the show.
Don't spoil it.
I just said the winner of Kyle Fletcher versus Bandido.
Oh, I thought you said Kyle blah.
Yeah, now you have spoiled it. But yeah.
I didn't say it.
So, banger of a ladder match. Beast Mortos, Commander, Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. Who else do we have in it?
Nick Wayne.
And
El Clone.
El Clone. So it was almost just a luchador fest. Lots of flips, lots of crazy tables. I should say ladder spots. There was a table spot where
well, there was heaps of table spots.
Yeah. One. Yeah, they come. They did the token 3 in a row. So one person hit a table. Next.
And
table
then,
spots.
First was Jungle Jack Perry hitting somebody with it.
Yeah.
And then it was and next one was what is it called?
Was Nick Wayne?
No, that was the last one.
That was the last one.
Speedball and one more. Speedball and Beast Mortis, I think.
Yeah, and then I think you had Commander because he ran the rope.
He ran the
rope and do his one. He ran the rope a couple of times in this match, didn't he?
Yeah.
Which is an extraordinary thing. He must have been a I don't know, sometimes I think he might have grown up in a circus because he just runs that tightrope. But yeah, awesome match. It was pretty obvious who was going to win, though. You picked it pretty early. Having Speedball as the hometown gave him the win.
And there was this bit where Jungle Jack Perry was on the on a table, and then Nick Wayne was climbing up. He was gonna climb, and then he went, "Oh, I don't really want to go up there," and then he just went down a little bit.
Yeah, because they did a couple of spots right up on the entrance ramp.
Had Speedball do a flip.
Yeah, Speedball did it from the very top, and then Nick Wayne went to do. Oh no, sorry, Jungle Boy went to do his, and then he went down 2 steps.
He said, why can't I do one? And then in the one that Jungle Jack Perry's on the table, he does what is it called? I can't remember what it's called. It's what like Seth Rollins used to do.
Oh yeah, the spinning
flips.
Yeah, spinning flip type thing. So yeah.
At least I can do that in rebounds.
You can do that at rebound on the trampoline, huh? Fair enough. Next time do it off a ladder then. But yeah, so Speedball gets a win. He's going to get your number one contender shot. He calls his shot later in the show for Grand Slam Mexico. So he'll take on the winner of Kyle Fletcher Bandido at Grand Slam Mexico. So we moved on to the next match, which was
Ospreay versus John Moxley. And Moxley versus the Young Bucks.
So this had an interesting story, didn't it? Oh, sorry. Yeah. What did you rate the ladder match?
6-7.
6-7.
Crazy.
So this one was a good match. Young Bucks always put on a great show. Some awesome near fall spots and all that. But there was a story to it. Was an early head clash with Matt Jackson and Will Ospreay. Nick Jackson and Will Ospreay. So they kind of played on that as if Nick was a bit rocked and could be having some concussion issues. That led to a moment where John Moxley was trying to get essentially get Will Ospreay just to take him out and hit him with hit him in the back of the head type thing, and just did that real killer instinct. Will Ospreay wasn't having a bar of it. He didn't want of it.
Which led into something at the end of the show. Yeah,
so that led into the Young Bucks getting the win in the end as they came back, did all their spots and got the win.
And it was John Moxley that actually got the pin.
Yeah, took the pin. So he took a collection of super kicks to the head.
And then 2, what is it called? EVP triggers.
Yeah. BTE, they call them now that they're not the EVT, which is the original name, being the Elite. So they hit him with the BTE triggers. Great match. What would you rate it, mate?
6-7.
Yeah, so it was a great match, but it definitely was storytelling.
It didn't have the high intensity of Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland versus the Young Bucks.
Yeah, so this wasn't a payoff tag team match. This was kind of like the Young Bucks defending Kenny Omega type situation. That's why they wanted this match type thing. So it was interesting. Good match. Lots of story there. That causes tension between Will Ospreay and Moxley. That carries on into later in the show. So where do we get next?
Kyle versus Bandido.
What would you rate it, mate?
6-7.
Like I said, Bandido's incredible.
He's a really good dance partner.
Yeah.
Beast Mordos.
Yeah, he can just make anything look good. He's incredible. Still the Ring of Honor champion, but Kyle Fletcher gets the win on this one. Kyle Fletcher's just everything he does is incredibly intense. You just ride on the edge of your seat for the near falls, the intensity of everything, the top rope moves. He finished it off with a top rope brain buster for the win.
And Bandido got the 6-1 plex, and then you're going no way. There's no way Carl Fletcher's going to kick out. They always want to kick out. And I think he actually went out to have a breather at the match.
Yeah, so no Don Callis on the outside. That was they talked about that a lot because he was going to do it himself because, of course, with Kevin Knight and the tension between them two, they're going to get it done type thing. So
without the Don Callis.
Yeah, without the family. So, great match. Bandido looked awesome. The only critique I'll take away from this match is that's the second pay-per-view loss in a row for Bandido. Now, he's the Ring of Honor World Champion, and obviously they classify Ring of Honor a step down from AEW. It's kind of like a feeder company now.
Right.
But if you're going to have...
What other pay-per-view did he lose?
He lost to John Moxley on the last one for the Continental.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when he was pulling on the thingo and he got cut open and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, at Forbidden Door.
Wasn't there another?
And then previous to that, I'm pretty sure he lost to Swerve Strickland on pay-per-view. And that was the lead up to the Owen Hart Cup.
I think so. And then after that, I think they actually lost it. Right. Did he have a match on what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. The pay-per-view.
Revolution?
Yes, Revolution.
Yeah.
Revolution, and then did he lose?
I'm pretty sure he lost previously to that when as part of Bandido as well, mate.
Wait, did he lose? Did he lose?
Like I said, I can't remember the last time he won on a pay-per-view now, which is bad for your Ring of Honor champion.
I think it was he's been losing ever since Bandido lost the titles.
Yeah, so on pay-per-views at least, he still wins matches on Dynamite and Collision and on the Ring of Honor pay-per-views and the Ring of Honor shows, but he at some point he's got to drop that Ring of Honor title and be a legitimate singles champion of some sort in AEW, I believe. I think if you leave him to that, I got the same critique for Athena as well. I think both of them need to be permanently on the AEW roster and some sort of champion somewhere, because otherwise the Ring of Honor just doesn't.
Before it was a channel, you were saying that to Nick Wayne as well.
Yeah. Nick Wayne should be back on AEW as well, but there's plenty of talent there, and they're building a show on Ring of Honor. Tony Khan wants that product to survive and keep going, obviously, so that's why he's got stars on there too. But I just think those two in particular need to be on AEW permanently and in the title pictures, either world or just slightly below. But yeah, great match, eh? Where did we move from there, mate?
Then it led into the chain tag team match.
So this was brutal, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was hard to watch at some stages.
And there was no blood.
Yeah, it was crazy. And no one bladed or no one got cut by accident. You saw plenty of welts on the back and all that. The only critique I'll have for this is...
crazy.
Yeah, great match, and they worked hard, and there's a story there. I just don't know if the audience cared enough yet. It was the crowd was quiet. Like, the crowd was red hot most of the night, but for this one, they're a little bit more quiet. And I just feel that they might have leapt a little bit too early into the David Finlay, Jay White stuff, because there is a huge rivalry there, obviously, with, one kicking the other one out of Bullet Club and all that sort of stuff.
Maybe
I just think...
I think they may do a dog chain match on their own. Those two. Yeah,
this could have been on Dynamite and probably would have got a better reception, because you've just come after 3 big matches. The crowd was, waiting. They've got to take a breather at some stage, and I think they took a breather during this match. Great otherwise. You had some...
and with another match actually after it as well.
So, what would you rate the match, mate?
I would give it I would just give it a 6-7, because I liked the match, but I didn't like the crowd reception. So I'm just on the edge of 6-7.
fair enough. Yeah, we had some shenanigans by the Death Riders obviously coming out. Marina Sharif trying to help and all that sort of stuff.
The dogs actually won with the shillelagh.
Yeah, he got the shillelagh off Maria Sharif. Shafir, sorry. And, the Bang Bang Gang still has the best entrance in all of wrestling. Just the energy. And then
you said that with MJF.
Yeah, but Bang Bang Gang give it. So it's great to see Jay White back. Didn't see any sort of ring rust or anything like that. If they were trying to, sort of ease him in by having Juice Robinson there and the gimmick match type thing. But
mostly had Jay White getting beaten down.
Yeah, I see this being a singles match at All In. That'll be
Juice Robinson and Clark Connors and.
Well, it depends. If Gabe Kidd's back, look for some sort of tag team match between him, Gabe Kidd, and Clark and Juice Robinson, whoever he has tagged with him, and look for David Finlay versus Jay White as some sort of stipulation.
The Guns versus Clark Connors. What?
Yeah, that's actually a good one. Clark Connors and Gabe Kidd versus the Guns. I'd look forward to that.
Maybe Ace Austin and Juice Robinson versus those two, and then have the
Guns versus the Death Riders.
Yep, and then have Cope and Christian, because they're feuding with the Death Riders, have a match with the Death Riders.
Yeah, there's heaps of things you can do there. But yeah, incredible match. Otherwise, they worked hard. So you can't say it wasn't a bad match, but the crowd just was not ready for this particular one in terms of the build. It was a bit, could have taken 30 minutes off this pay-per-view because it went for 5 hours and sort of, reduced it. But you can't complain about getting your money's worth when it comes to AEW pay-per-views. Where do we move to next, mate?
Then it led into Maya World versus Hikaru Shida.
Who won this one, mate?
New champ.
Yeah, new champ. Maya World is your TBS champion. She's riding that wave of success she's having at the moment. Crowd's behind her, does well. She works hard. Lots of talent there. It's great to see someone new coming up in the ranks. I didn't really like how Shida actually won it. Yeah, and I give credit to Shida. She's a great heel. Works the crowd, especially considering like English is her second language. I feel like she talks like an infomercial. Hey, like I feel like the breast is Shida. Yeah, she talks like she's like a voice, like almost like a voiceover character. I don't know if it's deliberate or if it's just how she's learnt English, but I think it's hilarious. I think it's great. Is Shida. And I think she's definitely still one of the most talented in the company. You can definitely hear it with EO Sky that they're making her go like that voice that she has. Yeah. I think she's actually does not sound like that at all. But yeah, what would you rate the match, mate? 5. 5, yeah. Great match. Good to see the TBS title being fought over again. After it went sort of, with the injury to Willow and all that, it went sort of haywire for a little bit. But new champ, babyface win. It's great to see on a show sometimes. Fireworks went off. Maya World is your new TBS champion. Most of them have been a shorter run with Hikaru Shida getting it back by being mean or some sort, yeah. So what was the next match after that, mate? Cope and Christian versus tag team, the Death Riders. And that was Pac and Claudia. Pac and Claudia. Claudia. What would you rate this match, mate? 6-7. This just went from the moment. So the crowd wanted to sing Edge's, Copeland's music, but the Death Riders just jumped him before he got a chance. That leads to Christian Cage running down for the save. I thought he was going to come
behind him and then just do the rude finger and then kick both of them private parts.
So the baby faces get beaten down for a while. Claudio and Pac look absolute beasts, just hitting him everywhere. A bit of fighting in the crowd for a bit. Back into the ring. Lots of beat down on Christian Cage for a while there. Edge gets the hot tag in. Edge gets beat down as well. They really made the Death Riders look like you knew they weren't going to get it, but at the same time, it was a great match to put in front of a home crowd for the Canadian fellas. Copeland and Christian Cage. They get the win in the end with that that pop-up spear type move, and they're still your champs. And what happens right at the death?
The
Super Kick Party. Young Bucks come out, confront them, and they point to the screen. It's the Young Bucks versus Edge and.
I thought it was gonna black out, and then you'll have the New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks.
I see them, if they are going to AEW, they will factor into this match. I can see this.
Maybe
not just
it's at the end, whoever wins blacks out, and then it's like them two. If they're gonna be heels or babyface.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what music they have. There's so many things to go with.
And what their names are gonna be.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston.
Yeah. So we'll see if they go with their previous. Austin Creed was his previous name on the Indies and in just before TNA and all that for Xavier Woods. I'm not sure what Kofi Kingston's going to go with. Maybe he goes with a personal name or what he had beforehand. I didn't know what he.
Probably.
I don't know if he was much on the Indies before. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know nothing about him before.
Probably going to be Kofi.
It could be just Kofi. Who knows? Especially if it's his real name. But
Kofi is his real name.
But it's going to be going to be a barn burner, those two teams against each other. Where do we go to next, Matt?
The Painmaker versus Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah. What would you rate this match, Matt?
6-7.
Yeah, this was brutal. There was glass mirror spots. There was
barbed wire.
Barbed wire. There was a spot where Tommaso Ciampa beat up the mascot of the Canadians, which is a ice hockey team over there. He literally pinned it and everything. Like, it was quite funny.
And then
Chris Jericho broke up the pin, which was hilarious. He broke up a pin on a mascot plushie, so that was funny.
And then I thought the ring announcement, the commentary said, "I just heard a kid behind me say, Tommaso Ciampa, put the table on fire."
yeah. What are they doing to raise these kids in Canada? That was pretty sure that was Taz, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So great match. They went through some tables, hockey pucks with tacks attached to them. Like glass spots, barbed wire on a table situation.
Mum had to go when it was Kyle versus Bandido, and then she went, I can't watch anymore. And then I said, "Don't worry, Mum, it's not yet the Painmaker versus Tommaso Ciampa."
Yeah. This was Tommaso Ciampa bled like crazy. Jericho ended up bleeding as well, of course. You're just not going to get through this match without cuts. There was tack stuck in their foreheads. There was tack stuck in their back. The end of the match was...
Tommaso Ciampa looked like he was going to drill a hole in Chris Jericho's head, but then Chris Jericho drilled a hole in his head.
Yeah,
so you can see him on the ringway going...
So crazy finish. They really ramped it up on this one. You can tell Tommaso Ciampa's having a really good time working in AEW, and that comes across in his work. This was brutal.
He probably likes having
Well, they didn't call him
pain.
the Sicilian psychopath for no reason. So I think he doesn't mind these sort of matches and stuff.
Yeah, and he doesn't mind bleeding until he dies.
Okay, fair enough.
Like Darby Allin.
Yeah. And what would you rate the match, mate?
6-7.
Where do we go to next?
Andrade versus Mark Davis.
And we have a new national champion, don't we?
Yeah, and a new theme song.
Yeah, so he come out
And
new theme
a
song.
new lady.
Yeah, so he come out with some female entourage. It's probably the best way to say it on the way out. Playing that real Latino ladies boy. He's really been building to that thingo. New music which sounded very much more baby-facey, if you ask me. Latino baby-facey. You know, they had the real Latino man written up on the thingo and stuff like that. So really feeding into that stereotype.
What's a
Latino is just your Hispanic. Like your South American fellas.
Kind of, because Don Callis is supposed to be kind of Hispanic.
He's Canadian, mate.
Oh.
He just plays it up with
Makeup.
Heterocera and all that sort of stuff. But Andrade wins. Mark Davis did not look bad at all in the match. Big guy versus fast luchador type. We had the pants ripping off moment of the match where people were chanting for him to take his pants off. That's Andrade, I should say, not Mark Davis. He didn't have any pants to take off. He was in those jock style wrestling.
Imagine
attire.
if he did. And then it was like another pair of pants under.
Yeah.
Like how they did Orange Cassidy.
Yeah. So new champion. Andrade moves on. He looked ecstatic to have it, to tell you the truth. He looked a little bit emotional, whether that's acting or he was happy to finally put some of the things that has happened in his personal life and wrestling career behind him over the last 18 months to 2 years and get that win and have a title and all that sort of stuff on a company that's given him a second chance, essentially, is great for him. So, and crowd's receptive. He's really, how is over. Crowd chants it, so it's great stuff. Nothing else to say on that one. Just congratulations to Andrade. I think he deserves a legitimate title run. And there's a title I can see him taking around the place too, because I know he works a lot of other joints, and that's a title they want to take and make people defend on indies and CMLL and all those sort of things. So it'd be great to see him out and about with that one. And what was the next match, mate?
THEKLA versus Willow.
And how would you rate this one, mate?
6-7.
And who is your new women's champion?
Willow. I hoped THEKLA won.
Yeah. So
she's probably MJF in the women's division.
So great match. THEKLA put it on her. There was always the story of THEKLA getting control and being a little bit underhanded
but it was the opposite.
greedy. And
Willow Nightingale mostly had the match.
Yeah, so she was they just built Willow to be dominant in this match, big, strong, dominant, which is good. This is what Willow should be. She was, when she first broke into the company, was big and strong and
she was
dominant.
Healed, though.
But you can do the same thing, babyface. So she gets a big win, gets a big moment. She's finally the world champion. I expected Statlander to come down and celebrate with her. I thought that was going to be a moment. They didn't have that. They had the conglomeration come down.
And they got her backpack.
Yeah, they got her a fancy backpack. It had looked like almost like a kindergarten drawing type thing, that Adventure Time type animations all over it type stuff.
Like the pink, white, and yellow.
Yeah, and they did some high fives. I think her family was in the front row, so she got some hugs and kisses and high fives off them. Fireworks went off. She had a great moment. She left the stage with that crew. And that'll be your Mercedes Monet versus Willow Nightingale. I kind of thought this was, once Willow made it, I thought this is where they were going with it, because there's a story behind Monet and Willow Nightingale. You got when she did a knee out for the New Japan title, and then she come back and won the TBS off her, had that big run, and then they've had some matches. So there's a past there that you can lean on, and you can have plenty of stuff for video packages leading up to it.
Willow Nightingale losing to Monet when Monet first came for the TBS title, so they're kind of 1-1.
Yeah. So there's a history there, so it's good. And that'll be a great match. And I think they got good chemistry when they do wrestle. So there's plenty to work with there, and it's a good marquee match. You have your homegrown hero in Willow Nightingale going against the big titan of Mercedes Monet. So yeah, and where to go after that one, mate?
Kenny Omega versus Kevin Knight.
What would you rate this match, mate?
6-7.
Match was incredible. Unfortunately, at no point did you think Kevin Knight was going to win, because you pretty much knew that was penciled in. But it was a great exhibition for Kevin Knight to look amazing, and he did. He looked like he belonged in that area. Plenty of heel stuff he did. But towards the end, it was quite obvious that they planned it for Kenny Omega to kind of go up a gear and show that he was a step ahead. Gets the win with a one-winged angel. And then after he gets his title and all that, the match, we have the Death Riders come out, don't we?
Yeah, attack him.
Death Riders come out, attack Kenny Omega.
The Young Bucks come out, but they beat down the Young Bucks.
Yeah, the numbers were in their favour. Then it was...
Casanoli was going to do that stomping thing.
Stomp on the neck with the chair over the head. Will Ospreay comes out for the save, says no. You then have like a very storyline based this ending to the show was.
And then Will Ospreay grabs the chair and then swings it around and all that.
Yeah, swings it around to stop him because he says no, we're not doing that. Then the Death Riders are like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're not supposed to be one of us type thing. Then Moxley calms them all down, goes in the ring, calms down Ospreay, and then gets the plastic bag out, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Gets the plastic bag out, says, I want you to take him out. Gives it to Ospreay. Ospreay thinks about it for a little bit, and then...
Then it looks like he was going to do it, and then he rips it open, and you can hear the crowd go, yeah!
Yeah. That leads to him putting a couple of shots on Moxley. All the Death Riders come in. He throws them over the ropes and stuff. Hits Pac with a hidden blade, which was out of nowhere, nasty and all that. And him and Kenny Omega stand tall.
They shake
the Death
hands.
Death Riders are very, very upset. Once Kenny Omega kind of understands what's happened and Will Ospreay isn't going to take him out, they shake hands. They go up into the ropes. One on each corner while the music's going off and all that, and then Kenny Omega hits him with a one-winged angel.
Yes.
And the Young Bucks are like, what's going on here? And
he saved you.
Yeah, and Kenny Omega's essentially, he's got a hold of the plastic bag and he's like pointing down at him and stuff like that. So we'll know more come Dynamite, but I got the suspicion was, hey, why did you even think about taking me out type thing? You're not really my friend type thing. And they'll play into that. And whether they go babyface, come all in, who knows? But,
or is it going to be...
Or is Kenny going to go...
Is Kenny going to be the heel?
Yeah, because I don't think Ospreay... I never truly thought Ospreay would go heel.
I thought Will Ospreay may just dodge the anti-hero line, and then Kenny Omega goes heel.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was going to be this way. I thought it would just be I didn't think Will Ospreay would turn on the Death Riders. I thought
he even took off the elbow pad here where he had the patch, threw it at him, and yeah.
No, threw it at the crowd.
Yeah, threw it at the crowd, and yeah, he's had his done with there. So we'll see what happens on Dynamite. Overall, Redemption, what would you rate it, mate?
6-7.
Yeah, good pay-per-view, great, got your money's worth, great crowd, good matches. Do I feel it rates up with the ones previously? No. I feel like...
it's just like...
It just felt...
I think it's just... It kind of felt like... Like...
An all-in reset, didn't it?
No, it kind of felt like... We go to this place so they can have some wrestling and watch some wrestling and get some money on these people.
Okay,
and build some storylines.
Yeah. Personally, I felt it was like a way of resetting and time, like for your next month leading in. So it was like, we'll, you know, switch a couple of titles and get back on track with our all-in storylines. Instead of doing it on Dynamites, we'll do it in front of a big crowd so it feels bigger. But in no way did I think any of those matches were payoff matches. They were all based upon making sure that the right pieces were in place for All In. So
maybe the Death Riders, Will Ospreay and John Moxley versus the Young Bucks. Maybe with that one.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're going to be versing each other.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's all literally just a pay-per-view to set up the biggest pay-per-view of the year they have. So that's how I felt about it anyway. But as always, thank you. God bless you all. Everyone that likes, subscribes, watches our videos, can't say thank you enough. Again, a call to you. Find some sort of way in your life to be compassionate. It'll bring you closer to, even if you're not a follower, it'll bring you closer to fulfillment. And if you are a follower like this, Christ calls you to do it. Compassion is a great mob that does it. There's plenty of others, but that's one that we go through.
Their site in the dose.
We'll put a link to their website on our description.
Yeah.
And as always, there'll be a little button above boy here that has the rocks. Plenty of content about Jesus there. Other than that, thank you very much. God bless you and love you all. Anything from you, big boy?
Mwah. Bang.